Hola amigos, welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Well, soon to be the coolest channel on YouTube with your help. I just wanted to say thank you guys for everybody who took the time to subscribe to the channel, to like the last video, to drop me a comment. It really means a lot to me. Also, we grew like 35 subs over the last week, which is super awesome. So thank you guys so much. And being that this channel is all about fitness and adventure and just going after what it is you want in life, I figured I would take a quick minute and answer some of the questions that I get asked all of the time, and perhaps to help you make the transition to moving and living abroad a little bit smoother. I get literally on like a weekly basis, people are like, Jared, how much does it cost to move down there? Is it safe? What do I need for permits in order to work? Are there schools for my kids? All of these questions I get asked quite frequently, so again, I just figured I would shoot this video, answer them for you. And then literally, you guys, I've seen so many people come down here and fail. They have these big dreams, big hopes. They come down here and they bring all their shitty habits with them. They think they're gonna run down here and that life is gonna be good and they're just gonna be this completely different person and change their lives, myself included, and it just doesn't work that way. So I'm gonna share with you guys some of the things that you can do in order to make your move successful, because it's a challenge, but if you have an idea of what to expect and the attitude to come into this with, you're gonna be much more likely to succeed. So let's jump into the video. All right, the number one question that I get is how much does it cost? So let's just get this off the table right away. You can live as big or as small as you want. There are places that you can rent for $500 a month, and then there's also places you can rent for $50,000 a night. Literally, the range and the variety is out there. So any budget, you can literally move down here. But for example, the condo that I'm living in right now costs $1,550 a month. Now I'm gonna play the clip right now, and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about what this condo looks like and what you can expect. Now I live in a gated community that is safe, that is right beside major shopping centers, Costco, Walmart, all of the things that I need. I have a swimming pool, tennis court, gym, everything, literally all of the amenities that you would love to have inside of a gated community. And again, my cost is $1,550 a month. I have a cleaning lady that shows up here once a week, and that is $25 USD, about $30 Canadian. She cleans the entire house, washes the sheets, washes the floors, does everything. This house is perfectly clean when she leaves. It takes her about a full day to do our condo. Haircuts, again, similar, $30. Anytime we're getting into food situations, so this is gonna be a good one for the families, is the food. Now, the food is comparable. If you eat out at restaurants, it typically costs Erica and I about $50 to $100, depending on where we're going to go and eat out. Now, the cost for food, the cost for restaurants is comparable to what you would experience in Canada and the US, which again is gonna boil back down into the mindset and coming down here and having a plan in place, because it's very easy to blow your entire life savings and your budget just by making poor decisions. So I would recommend, if you're coming down here for the first little while, you go grocery shopping, you set yourself up to win, because it can get very expensive if you're eating out at restaurants all the time. And with that being said, there's tacos here for $2, and then there's also tacos here for $25,000. There's a gold-plated taco here that costs $25,000. Absolutely ridiculous. So like I said, you can go as small or as big as you want down here, and that's one of the things that I love about this place. The labor itself is a lot less expensive. So for example, when I would go and get my muscle therapy or get therapeutical work done, massages, acupuncture, all that stuff in Canada, it would typically cost me like $150, $120 to $150. I have a massage lady that will come to the house and massage me and Erica. There's two people, massage me and Erica for about 1,000 pesos. It costs about $100, so I would say about 1,500 pesos or $100 for two people and a 1-hour massage. They come and they set the massage beds up right in the house, and they'll get that done. To go see my physical therapist, shout out Alejandro, shout out Chris Vincent, those two guys are charging about $60 US for about an hour and a half worth of therapy work. So again, the beautiful thing is like the labor things don't cost as much money. They're much more reasonable than you would pay back in, say, Australia, Canada, or the United States. Now, vehicles, things like that. You get down here, you're like, yo, I need a vehicle. Vehicle rentals are one thing, different categories separately. To get a nice vehicle down here, you're gonna be paying, again, comparable to what you would pay in Canada or the United States, and gas is $1 a liter, 20 pesos per liter. So again, that's very, very comparable. Anything that's being shipped in, or any kind of material or any kind of product that you're buying is going to be comparable to the USA, Canada, and Australia. Any kind of labor things that you're looking to do, so like mechanic, house cleaning, massages, things like that, are typically going to be a little bit less expensive. Condo for my bills, for my massage lady, for my cleaning lady, for everything that I have, I would say I'm sitting around $2,000 USD a month, which would be probably about $2,400 a month. Now, things can get absolutely bonkers when I start eating out, because before I met Erica, I was eating out once a day, every day, and sometimes 2 times a day, and it was about $1,000 a month to eat out that much. It was absolutely crazy. I've also done meal prep programs here where I would get all my meals, 3 meals a day prepped for me, dropped off at the house, and the cost for that was about $500. So when I was looking at that, it was probably around the $2,500 USD a month range. Now, you're ready to rock and roll. You're like, okay, I've made the decision, I'm gonna move down there, and I have an idea, I'm about $2,000. You could live with a family in this condo comfortably for about $2,200 a month. Now, if you're wondering about school, I inquired with my good friend Don before this video. You're gonna be looking at about 10,000 pesos a month for a private school that is absolutely amazing. The schools here are phenomenal. If you wanna know more about the schools, just drop a comment below and I will happily answer them for you. But the schools are about 500 USD a month, so prepare for that one. Now, question number 2. How do you get yourself set up on a work visa, or how do you go about getting the proper permits so you can work here? Now, there's 2 different ways, and right now it is absolutely crazy. So what I would recommend you do if you are looking to come down here is I would recommend you come down here with a bit of cash and you do it for about a month. You get an Airbnb rental or a short-term rental and you put some feelers out there and identify what it is you want to do. Like, I had a friend who was a tattoo artist that was like, yo, I want to come and move down there. And I'm like, okay, what I would recommend is you get an Airbnb for a month, you come down here and you go to the different tattoo shops and you figure it out, and then you get them to sponsor you and say, he's gonna work here, and then you can fly back to the consulate either in the States or in Canada or Australia, and you can go to the consulate building and you can set up an appointment, and then they will basically give you your work permit or your temporary residency, whatever it is you're going after. Now, temporary residency you can apply for, and again, you need to fly across the border, go to the consulate, have a meeting. They ask you some questions, like basically want to know that your income is legit, that you can live, and that you're not going to come down here and basically be broke and cause a bunch of problems, that you can live, that you're legal, that you don't have any kind of criminal background history that's not allowed, and then they kind of just put you through an interview process. If everything is all good, boom, 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 temporary residency, good to go. Hold that temporary residency for 5 years, and then you're good to go with your permanent residency. Now, question number 3, is it safe? So, flat out, yes, it is safe. I don't care what the media or what the news shows you about all the crazy things happening in Mexico. It is absolute garbage. Mexico is much safer than a majority of the big cities in the United States and a majority of the places in Canada. I have walked the streets all over, through the ghettos, through downtown at all hours of the night, and if you know me, you know I went through a crazy stage in my life. I have never ever had any problems whatsoever. You keep it respectful, you're a good person, you're not gonna have problems. If you go looking for problems, then you're gonna find problems, most definitely. But if you're not an idiot and you have a good head on your shoulder, you're not gonna have any kind of issues moving down here with your safety at all. Now, what's the biggest challenge to moving down here? You know, you're ready to rock and roll, you got your bags packed, you're like, this is a move I'm looking to make, I'm ready to rock and roll. What is the biggest challenge to coming down here? Well, the biggest challenge is knowing the right people when you first get here, because you're gonna have to set up your power, you're gonna have to set up your internet, you're gonna have to get a place to live, find the schools, and do all of these different things. So it's important that you know somebody down here who can help make your transition as effective as possible, because it will save you so much stress and so much headaches just knowing somebody who can plug you in and get everything set up for you. Now, the second biggest challenge is having the right attitude. People come down here, and like I'd mentioned on the beginning of the video, is that like people come down here and they think that all of their problems are just gonna stay in Canada or the US, and that, you know, they'll move down here and everything will be all good. Well, your problems are gonna be amplified down here. You're not gonna just, you know, quit drinking and partying so much when you get down here. Like when I first moved here, that's what I thought. I'm like, I'll just slow my partying down when I get to Mexico and I'll get on track. I'll go to the timeshare place, I'll get my job, I'll get set up. And that was not the case. I literally had to hit rock bottom before I decided to get my life on track down here. And I've seen so many people come down here and fail and end up moving back home because they either spend their money too fast or they get caught up in the party scene making stupid decisions and they just can't handle it anymore. Cabo, Mexico in general, will chew you up and spit you out. It is an incredible place to live. It is a fast-paced but yet slow-paced place to live. There's a lot going on and there's a lot of temptation here, you guys. There's pharmacies everywhere, so if you have any kind of drug, substance abuse problems, like there's just temptation everywhere, alcohol everywhere, girls everywhere, trouble everywhere. So you need to be disciplined and you need to know what you're looking to do, which again boils down to the mindset aspect of things so much. What I would recommend you do in order to set yourself up to win before you get here is identify exactly what needs to happen for you to make it a total win. You know, obviously set up your budget, know what you're working with financially, and then don't break that. Because again, it's easy to just have dinner on the beach every night, or you know, go out for lunch and then go out here and have a couple drinks, and then before you know it, I've watched people blow their entire life savings in a year and a half and then have to go back home way worse off than when they left. So just have a plan in place before you get here. And if you're still ready to come down here and you're still ready to move abroad and do your thing, I would highly encourage you to do it. Honestly, there's so many beautiful things that we get to experience here every single day. There's so much different things to do. We have the desert, the ocean, the mountains, the sea, the whales are migrating, you know, like there's so much beautiful things here to do. And I would highly encourage you, if you're looking for that change in your life or you're looking to do something bigger, go ahead and make the move. Just make sure that you're prepared and you understand what's coming. It's not as big and it's not as scary as it may seem, and it could be the best decision that you've ever made in your life. I have a lot of friends here who have moved with their kids, that their kids are in school, you know, they're doing their thing and they're absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. People pay literally like $5,000, anywhere from like $2,000 to $20,000 a week to come here and vacation, and we get to experience that every single day. As a local, you have the ability to just buy your own beach chairs, to go to Costco and to get your alcohol and your snacks, and go to the beach for, you know, $20. Go down to the beach and you hang out at one of the nicest beaches in the entire world, and it costs you $20 for the afternoon. There's very, very cost-effective ways to have a great quality of life down here for a fraction of the cost. If you're smart and you're going about it in the right way, you will save a bunch of money and you will triple the quality of life that you're experiencing. There's so many beautiful things down here. Not everything costs money, but you gotta be smart about it. So thank you guys for watching this video. If there's any videos that you would like to see, I will happily shoot them for you. If you have any questions that I did not answer, go ahead, drop them in the comments. And then I'm gonna start to show you guys, next week's video is gonna be an adventure video showing you guys some of the really, really cool stuff that you can get up to while living abroad. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Go ahead and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.